You're watching the Talkmania, and I'm your host CJ. Welcome back to another album review. Today, the album review will be of Goatwhore's brand new album, which is Angels Hung from the Arches of Heaven. It's absolutely great. Honestly, this album is absolutely great from front to back. There's no bad songs on it, and yeah, I'm gonna get into the review. Goatwhore delivers a brutal and nasty album that gives their fans basically what they want. Where is it to go wrong if it's just brutal and nasty? And yeah, I'm gonna explain why it's nasty a little bit into it. The guitars have some serious bite to them. I really do like the guitar tone on this album, as I like the guitar tone on every single one of their albums. And yeah, they're one of my favorite bands one of my favorite bands in extreme metal. They're like a mix of like black metal, death metal, and thrash metal, basically. But yeah, production lets the guitars shine with semi-dirty production, not like the clean stuff that you would hear in the modern metal. More of like an old school sound to it. It's got like sound like their older albums do. It's quite comparable to their older albums. The album reminds me of their older stuff as it has the Goatwhore touch. Honestly, they have a sound of their own. Uh, easily recognizable sound. Goatwhore sounds like no other, honestly. And yeah, this is one of the first bands that I listened to in extreme metal, so kind of holds a little bit of sentimental to me with this band. Basically, been a fan of them ever since I started out in listening to extreme metal, death metal, black metal, that type of stuff. Yeah, their 2006 album was the first one I came across, and yeah, I haven't listened to them in a while, but thought, hell, I'll check out the new album and see what it's like. And yeah, it's basically like the older stuff. It has some really good songs on it. I picked 5 standout songs to go through, but really there's more than 5 standouts. I just really wanted to narrow it down to like my 5 favorites, and yeah, I have 5 favorites here. Standout track, Born of Satan's Flesh. The first song, as you know, I'm a huge sucker for the first song. Or yeah, it's it's the second track, but is the first like full length song. As there's an intro on this album, and the intro really does lead into this chaotic song of Born of Satan's Flesh. Brutal riffs and just ripping first song. Absolutely a great first song. I can't really say enough for this song. Um, Death from Above, brutal, unrelenting, and basically on high all the way through this song. The riff that starts this song is just absolutely amazing. The vocals are amazing on this song. Everything, the drums, everything on this album is just amazing. The song too. Um, Voracious Blood Fixation, riff packed and brutal. Basically, what this album is just riff packed and brutal. You have like really slow down parts. You have like really blast beaty parts. You have black metally parts in some parts. Amazing, amazing. The Devil's Warlords, one of the best songs in this album. Non-stop greatness. Honestly, this is one of the best songs in the album. Probably my second favorite, behind the last song on the album, which is "And I Was Delivered from the Wound of Perdition." I think it is. Bad with pronunciations. If I butchered it, I'm sorry, but this song is an epic closer, being the longest song on the album, 6 minutes and 5 seconds, I think. Favorite song, hands down, my favorite song. It's really drawn out and like really, it's amazing how they put this song together. Uh, Fantastic parts, absolutely fantastic parts all the way through this song. There's like different touches to it. It's more of like a slower, like it's kind of like a slower song, but yeah, that's what I think of this album. And yeah, I think it's amazing all the way through. Yeah, I think this album is one of my favorites so far. Or it's in a November, and I'm doing this in November, so yeah, there's not a lot to go through more, except I do kind of have a lot more to review coming up. But yeah, one of my favorites so far, probably one of my favorite death metal releases or extreme releases from this year. Uh, yeah, really wasn't expecting a Goatwhore album, but I'm glad they dropped the release. Yeah, Angels Hung from the Arches of Heaven is a fantastic album, and everybody that watches this channel should definitely check this one out. So that's what I think of this album. I hope everybody liked it, and yeah, we'll see you again when I do another review.